Talking with famous people.
So we just watched a video about last year's Christmas.
Look at this knot in my hair. That's all I'm going to start this video with.
That's quite a knot.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of stuff's happened last year, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure it has.
Can you think of an example of one thing that's happened in the last year?
Well, I did graduate from high school. I guess that's a thing.
You did. You got that diploma.
I actually haven't picked up my diploma yet.
You haven't picked it up?
Yeah.
Do you need to pick it up?
I mean, it'd be nice to actually have the physical diploma, but when I was registering for classes, they need proof of graduation from high school. And I was like, can't you just Google that or something? Like, didn't you have some sort of database of who graduated from high school and who didn't? But I guess not. So, I was registering for classes on the registration day, and with me and Miguel, he didn't. He had the same problem that I did, which is we both didn't have our diplomas turned in. Is it recording? I don't think it's recording.
It is.
It says 0, that's why.
I know, I'm not recording using that methodology.
Oh, so it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so luckily though, he had his diploma in my car, because he just hadn't taken it out of my car, and it was like August. We graduated in June. But
yeah, you find it in all the trash.
Yeah, well, I mean, my car is actually
Full of trash?
not messy.
Really?
What I mean
I rode in it the other day. The problem with that,
what I meant by not messy is, like, at that point when the diploma was in my car, it was much messier. But, so I had to go, I went to my high school, to pick up my diploma, or to pick up a transcript, and they said, school's not in session right now. Like, you can't, like, come pick up anything right now, because we're out of school. So I went to the district office for Temple City, and I asked them about transcripts. And so the lady got my transcript, and I was able to register for class. So we had to go to Citrus from there, and Miguel gave them his diploma, and I gave them my transcript, which showed proof of graduation on there. So,
That's a fantastic story, Delilah.
It is. It was eventful. I was running all over the place. I ran in the school, I ran in the district's office, and I drove really fast.
Yeah, you drive fast. I was talking on GTN the other day about how you're totally Eric Jr.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault people are bad drivers. That's all I have to say about that.
You drive like a maniac, and then when people get in front of you, you go, get out of the way.
Yeah, I do. I talk to them, and then Miguel always says, yeah, I'm sure they can hear you. But he doesn't get it.
So it's been a good year?
It's been very mixed. I mean, the saddest part of the year, probably the saddest day of my entire life. Okay, I don't want to cry on a video, but as when Lacey died. I just I got reminded because I see the picture of her here. It's funny, it looks like a very, like, a memorial picture, like, that you'd put up at someone's funeral, But that was probably the saddest day of my life. And
Probably mine too.
That was my dog since I was very, very little. And we had her about 12 years. She was about 14 or 15. And I remember that day and all the events leading up to that phone call that I got, and I remember everything very vividly. And the thing I don't remember of that day is the drive from my college to here. That drive is just like non-existent. It's not there, because I was just like, it's very emotional, but I was very, like, I would say in disbelief, like I'm gonna get there and she's gonna be okay,
I know.
And I got there, and she wasn't
okay.
Yeah, she wasn't. But that's probably the saddest day of my life, and feel like my emotional reaction to her dying was like more heavy than many's reaction to humans dying. I mean, every time I think about it now, I cry, and it's been 2 months. Wait, September, October, November, 3 months now. It's been 3 months. She died, I want to say like September 17th, September 16th.
Yeah. Worst day of the year by far.
Yeah.
Possibly among the worst days of my life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean...
Changed my life, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Changed my life dramatically. Made me understand everything differently.
I feel exactly the same way, and I feel like people who have not experienced the loss of a pet might watch this and feel like...
Not any pet.
Yeah, that's true,
Loss
too.
of some pets is not nearly as big as loss of Lacey. Lacey was not a pet. In any sense of the word.
But I feel like people are gonna understand, like, why our emotional reactions are very, as heavy as they are. And I'm like, every muscle in my body is, like, going towards not crying right now, because I don't want to cry on camera. I don't want to, you know, even though Dad over here just cried on camera, but I was the one talking. I think it was like the loss of a family member. I mean, it was the loss of a family member, but it was very much like, I guess, like a wake-up call, kind of.
It definitely was.
And not like a wake-up call to, like, incite some sort of motivation in us or, like, some change, but it was a wake-up call like, oh, this is what loss feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't really felt that before.
Ridiculously. I have, I guess, but it wasn't death. You know, I felt loss from relationships. It's not the same.
Because they're still there, you know. It's a different feeling, I'm sure.
I mean, you know, it's been an emotional year for me regarding the divorce and stuff, too, even though it doesn't really make any sense, because it's been more than a year now since she moved out.
She moved out so a year ago, it was my senior year of high school, and she moved out in September of 2015.
And now it's December of 2016, right. So a little bit more than a year ago. That was... Last holidays were more challenging in that regard. The other thing that's happened over the course of this past year, of course, is the always up and go to meeting room, which I've become fairly addicted to. I spend a shitload of time in there. We have my internet friends now, and it keeps me pretty busy, I guess, in terms of socialization, which is nice because I think you probably understand as well as I do the difficulty of spending extended periods of time alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's partially why you like being over at Candace's house so much, is that
I do.
there's a lot of people there.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely don't like being alone. But, yeah, I mean, that's never changed. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and I don't think I've ever spent the night in a house alone. Like, completely. Like, there have been times where, like, you'd leave in the middle of the night or something, but I'd never, like, go to sleep without anybody there and, like, wake up the next day without anybody there, you know?
Right.
So...
I didn't start leaving in the middle of the night until fairly recently.
Yeah, that wasn't like me being like 7 years old.
Right, yeah.
After Lacey passed away, and I think that was kind of a thing for you to come move in after that. And I think that was a positive. I mean, positive of this year is
When did you start dating Miguel?
when I started dating him, June 1st.
Of 2016?
Yeah. So
that happened this year.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that was probably my biggest positive of this year. first of all, there was a lot of like monumental events that we spent together. We both graduated high school together, not at the same school, but we graduated high school and we were still dating, went to each other's graduations. We started college together, and we both turned 18 together within 2 weeks of each other. We've now spent Christmas together, and we're going to spend New Year's together next week. And he's been, this is a very new plan, but me, him, and Candace are actually going to San Diego on Tuesday for one day, and we are spending the night in like a hotel or a timeshare. I think Diana has a timeshare there or something like that. So I spent the night there, and so it's very more growing up, I guess. He's like the first relationship that I've been in where like I drive, and we have enough money to like go out and stuff. Like I don't have to like say, Candace, can you come take me to Miguel's house, or have his dad take him to my house, you know. It's like different. It's a different dynamic, I guess. We spend a lot of time together.
You seem well matched.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, do you guys fight much?
Yeah, but it's very petty things. And it's me being a little too needy for him. And I guess it's just like how Candace was. Like I'm into like kind of like trivial stuff, like post about me on Facebook, or write me a Christmas card or something like that. But and he is like how Dad was. It's like that's bullshit. Like that's annoying. But you know, then it's like some sweet things. Like for example, a couple months ago he was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" Not a couple months ago, like a month ago. He's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "Honestly, you could get me anything and I'd be happy." I said, "You could cut out a little construction paper heart and give it to me and I'd be happy." And so I was opening my Christmas present, or I was picking up my Christmas present, and it felt like nothing. It was a bag, and it felt like nothing was in it. And he's like, "Got you exactly what you wanted." I was like, "Oh, there's nothing in this bag?" And he was like, "No." And I opened it, and it was a construction paper heart. I was like, "Oh, this is so cute." But then I opened the heart, and it was concert tickets to a concert we're going to go to on Valentine's Day, actually. And he's like, "I'm killing two birds with one stone." And I was like, "Hey."
So the end of our last video got fucked up because of the audio problems they continue to have. Anyway, the point of the end of the last video, which I will edit onto the beginning of the last video, was Merry Christmas, have a good year, thanks for watching Talking with Famous People, and the Strauss family says 2 thumbs up to you.
But also make sure, even without sound, you leave the part with Dixie, just showing her.
Okay.
So there's not going to be sound. But at the very end, there's a part where Dixie says Merry Christmas. Actually, she talks. She said, "Merry Christmas, guys." But the audio fucked up, so you don't get to hear it. But
you'll
you
be
get
able
to
to
believe
hear
it.
underneath this. Underneath the side of her, you'll be able to hear this.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Just edit this only the
Right.
sound.
I got you. That's Dixie.
Okay.
Alright, thanks for watching.
Talking with famous people.